Thank you for tuning in to... You're tuned in to... This is the Geek Bros, and we're about to review... Turn the camera off, turn the camera off.
He's just my first bad guy.
You never forget your first. Unlike the other gods of kill. Because I have something worth fighting for.
I'm Vibe.
Not Man.
Thanks for tuning in. And we're here to review that show with the movie, the thing that we saw.
Thor. Love and Thunder. The movie.
Yes. Thor goes through an introspective journey where he wants to know who he is, and what he's trying to do. He meets up with Jane Foster again, who is now also Thor.
Jane?
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster.
Jodie
by
Foster.
the way, I am still Man. Don't let the baby face fool you.
We're doing the synopsis first. So right now, they wouldn't be seeing your face exactly. So just table that for 1 second. Jodie Foster is now Thor, and they go on a fantastic journey with Valkyrie and Korg's face.
And a couple of goats.
Cue the goats.
And giant goats!
Oh, look at those!
Cue them again.
Yes, they are.
Cue them one more time. They're going after Gorr, the God Butcher, who's killing gods everywhere, all the time. It's a fantastic romp full of mystery, magic,
Romance.
fun, romance. It's a great time. All right, let's get into it. The good, the bad, and ugly. You know how we're gonna do this.
The goats.
Also, they scream quite a lot.
The goats. I love the goats. The goats made my day. The goats made my night. I love the goats.
What did you love about the goats? You didn't think that
Cue the sound. That's what I love about the goats.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
I love this movie. Taika Waititi did a really good job directing.
We're not at summary yet. We're at the good.
I know, but I'm saying he did a really good job with the storyline and just how he just did it, because the comedy in it was amazing. It was just on point. I'm a sucker for rom-com. I'm really not. And it was really amazing. I don't care. Just seeing Jane
Hot take.
and Thor get together, it was like romantical.
The good was the Guardians of the Galaxy. I enjoyed their inclusion in this movie. I thought it was going to be literally a couple of seconds and disappear, and it did disappear after a few minutes, but I thought it was actually pretty fun. I thought pretty much everything we saw in the trailer was going to be what we'd see, and it was a little more. It was a little more meaty.
I didn't think there would be the trailer, like, I don't think the trailers were...
I thought the trailer spoiled pretty much all of it. That was going to be the extent of their time. There was a little more, and I did like the fact that you could see that Star-Lord in his relationship. Their relationship seemed better than it was at the end of Endgame.
Visually seeing Star-Lord, it seemed like he was just over life.
He was over Thor. He was done with Thor.
I think, you know what it looked like? Chris Pratt had just finished filming Jurassic World and then started doing, because the way he was just, I'm over this shit.
He did look a little disheveled.
He looked rough.
He did look rough. But in universe, he is looking for Gamora, who who his Gamora was killed. Wait, this is not the right movie. Anyway, they were great. They were fantastic.
Goats. I like how they conveyed the other gods, which, you know, let me just get over that.
Well, they only conveyed they only showed Zeus.
I mean, they showed a few. They named
No,
a few.
they named a few. They named up a few, yes. But the only personality was given to Zeus.
Spoiler.
And
Chris Hemsworth's butt.
And flick. Oh, you flick too hard, damn it!
The good.
but they know this. It's not a spoiler. It's in the trailers. It's just blood.
But it was blurred out in the trailers. You get to see full cheeks.
All around me are familiar faces.
Thor's butt aside. I did like the, was it Persephone? The way they, where was the gods were? What was it called? Oh. Exactly. The god sanctuary, which I thought was Olympus, by the way. I thought it was gonna be Olympus.
The orgy place.
Yes, where they have orgies apparently. This is a Disney movie, right? Mommy, what's an orgy? Anyway, so this is any more of the good? No, don't say the goats. The good.
The goats.
This is why I drink on this show now. I drink because of him. You never saw me drinking with any of the other co-hosts. I drink because of him.
I'm always drinking. Thank you, Mama Man. I like the romance.
The butt cheeks?
No,
This
this is butt cheeks.
like the,
This is
when you cup it.
my bald head. The argument that he was having with Stormbreaker.
Must be hard for you to see your ex-girlfriend and your ex-hammer hanging out and getting on so well. What you up to, bro?
Come to Daddy.
Come on.
Hey, there you are.
Not only was he confronted with his ex-girlfriend, but he had a weird jealousy thing going on with his new hammer Stormbreaker and his old hammer Mjolnir. I didn't know the hammers were sentient. That's new to me.
Still great.
But
Still
the
great.
fact that Stormbreaker was a jealous girlfriend who's watching its man fawn over its ex hammer, and they played it for laughs like it was a real relationship. And Stormbreaker was temperamental. Again, I didn't know that the hammers were sentient. That was a welcome conclusion to the canon, to the lore.
The lore.
What about the lore?
What about
the lore?
And but why?
But why?
The lore and why? But this is why I say Taika Waititi did.
He did it because I don't know.
He did his stuff.
Only Taika Waititi would say let's personify the hammers and let's get some jealousy going on. That was great.
Let's throw
that
that
was a
in
welcome
there.
surprise.
Listen, the comedy in this movie was just great. It was
on
spot
point. It was on point.
It was on point.
It was on point.
It was great.
Not me. What? Just listening.
But there are moments when it was slightly inappropriate. Slightly inappropriate. Spoiler. They actually did the thing. Jane Foster had cancer. As much as it was great for the comedy, I think they took away a little bit from the tragedy that was her having stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
They made that too jokey.
Yeah, they was too light.
Valkyrie was great. Still.
Valkyrie was amazing.
Still.
Sexy as hell.
Yes.
She could definitely get it.
Yes. And
I go first.
And you know what? The rumors weren't true. It wasn't a Jane Foster Valkyrie like romance thing like they thought it was gonna be. You know, that was what they said. They thought she was king. Yeah, she was king, and that they were gonna kind of hook up in front of Thor. That didn't happen. Valkyrie was still hot shit. They didn't give her enough to do.
Yeah.
And they didn't give her a character arc at all.
Yeah, she's King Valkyrie, and then
she's just there.
She's like, meeting with townspeople and then heads, and then signing stuff, and then.
Yeah, it was an exaggerated cameo.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. She had nothing to do. She didn't really have a purpose in the movie. I'm glad she's there for continuity's sake, but they didn't give her anything to do. Sure, they alluded to her having like a lost love
Yeah,
or
her
something.
sadness, her sad
But
story.
that went nowhere. Lady Sif came back, finally. The last time we saw Lady Sif was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is not canon, apparently.
No.
It's not canon. And, spoiler alert, she lost her arm. But she looked good. It was good to see her.
And there was comedy there too.
There was comedy. You know what? Marvel, you need to
cut.
Levity's
Taika,
good.
You need
No.
to cut Taika a really big check and keep him on. for-
Levity is good,
Yeah, like-
but not everything has to be a joke. I lost my arm, but you know, oh good, but you're alive though. So she lost her arm, and he's like, well, I get to go to Valhalla, I get to die.
I gotta die and go to Valhalla.
And he's like, well, not
You survived.
really, because you're alive, so you don't go to Valhalla if you don't die in battle.
oh shit.
She's like, me, you know, that's not. I have to bleep that too, but stop it. Loki did not appear. Don't hate on me. But I'm glad Loki didn't appear.
I like Korg's stories.
Kids, get your popcorn now. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape. He went from dad bod to god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
What stories? When he was telling the tale?
When he was telling his tale
But that
about how Thor lost his brother and then lost his brother again.
I love the
Lost his
hold
brother
on.
again.
Hold on. He goes, all right, he goes, and Thor lost his brother. He lost his brother again. He lost his brother again. That had me laughing my ass off. Because it's all I did a supercut once of the artist from Juancho, right? Saying what's going on. I did like 8 times in a row.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Do it for the vine. Do it for the vine.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It reminded me of that. That was hilarious. Zeus.
Zeus was horrible.
Zeus?
I don't hate Russell Crowe as an actor.
Me either.
I just didn't like the accent.
No.
I don't know where they tried to put him from. Because it definitely did not sound Greek.
But I think he's accurate because the Zeus that we know is self-centered, doesn't care about people.
Yeah.
But yet still, I don't know why I expected he'd be more regal. Like Odin.
Yeah.
Odin was... You know,
demanded
I take
his-
from you
your power. In the name of my father and his father before. I own it all, father. Cut!
Zeus is like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
And he's
You know,
like, oh, I'm gonna throw my thunderball at you. Oh, you're gonna catch
the
it.
Thunderbolt's
Oh.
the good. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was cool.
I just didn't like the fact it's like, hey, I take and throw it at you, and then, oh, you have it, you throw it back at me, oh, I'm dead. For being the mightiest of
Being
the
the mightiest
Greek
of the
gods.
Greeks, the fact that you couldn't catch that, or that's what happens. But then again, they'll say, oh, he was being arrogant and he thought you were gonna die, like he killed.
I mean,
Spoiler
spoiler
alert.
alert, he does come back at the end credit scenes, but still.
And he sets up the Thor 5?
Yeah.
Confirmed? Thor 5 is confirmed. I expected them to introduce more of the gods.
Right.
Because we, you know, there's the Panther god from Black Panther.
Which they did mention in before the movie came out. They were when all speculations and rumors came out. That was one of the things you see. King Valkyrie, you see Mighty Thor,
Exactly.
and then you see one of the Wakanda gods.
Yeah, and she was in the movie.
Nothing. She
But-
was
but-
there, but just not mentioned. Like
She was. You saw her? I
Yeah,
didn't
she
see
was sitting right in front of them.
Bosch.
Yeah,
I didn't see
you
Bosch.
see her, but she's just there's nothing. She's just a
And,
background.
and then
character.
they're the gods from
everywhere else, the dumpling god. That was a good. I like that one. That was dumpling god.
I'm referring to
In the end scene where Gorr,
the God Butcher.
the God Butcher, is in that hall where they're opening up that final gate. All those statues are a part of that whole Loki universe.
No.
Yes.
No, those statues were the
the
Celestials.
Celestials, but the three-headed one?
From I didn't see a 3-headed one.
There's a 3-headed one.
I wasn't paying attention. I will check it out when it gets on Disney Plus again. I like Christian Bale in the beginning.
All gods will die.
Before he got the Necro Sword. After that, he was a cross between the Dark Knight
And the Joker.
and the Joker?
A light-hearted version of the Joker.
I
Because
didn't-
remember,
I didn't get that at all.
when he was in the cage with the kids, he's
No.
like, "Oh, this is whatever." He looks to get his head taken off. And he's like, "Oh, it's gone," and then the head bounces around.
That gives you Joker vibes?
Yes, Joker would definitely do that.
Hot take. In the beginning, when he just arbitrarily appeared and he was just there with his child and his child was all like dying in his arms, that actually was quite sad and there was no jokes for that, thank God. After that, he chewed up all the scenery. He chewed it up, he spit it out, he chewed it up again, he spit it out. So I'm not saying I didn't like his character, but I didn't like his character. If that's what I'm saying.
I think just his arc in that movie was written too quickly. I think that it was rushed.
You mean his redemption?
Well,
where did that come from?
That's the other bad part. That was
where
my
did that
next
come
thing.
from?
How do you go through all of this? You kill a bunch of gods. You go through all of this nonsense, and then at the end, which I'm sorry, Marvel and Disney, you've been doing this a lot lately.
At least they're on brand.
Need to stop.
No, at least they're on brand.
Stop.
No,
Let the bad guy win one.
No, you can do
Yes.
this episode, but they have to earn it. You're waiting to the final end to
The
like
last few
oh my God,
seconds.
they're nice. He didn't earn that mini redemption.
He did not.
At all. All of a sudden, he reaches infinity, which that was pretty cool. Infinity was hot.
Yep.
There's a place on Earth that looks like that. It's these salt flats where when it rains, it's a perfect mirror of the sky. It looks like you're walking on the sky.
Really?
It's called Salt Flats. I want to go there. We should go there.
Like a date?
Natastic should go there with us too. She's off camera. She's shy. But
You have two sides, right? You have Thor. You have Gorr. Gorr dies, gets his wish. Thor loses his, spoiler alert, his lady, but gets a child. So he becomes like basically a father.
I'll be very clear. I didn't think they were gonna kill. Spoiler: Natalie Portman. I think she's gonna die. I thought when he said, "If I die, my child has nobody around."
So he's gonna wish.
He was gonna
for her.
wish. Yes,
That's what I was thinking.
That's
at
what I
first.
thought too.
But then when they both came to her, but she's gonna be by herself, and you, no, he's not, or no, she's not. They were like, yeah. Valkyrie's the one that built that up. Valkyrie and Korg, because they were talking about like, oh, I want to see Thor be a daddy. They built up
that
to that.
was foreshadowing. It's a writing technique that some good writers actually use, like me.
I read it though.
You what?
I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it. I saw it.
He saw it.
I put it together.
I'm gonna hate editing this later. Where is that gonna go? And she's what? A demon?
Yeah, now all of a sudden she has these random powers. I mean, I guess she was born from Infinity.
How much do you want to bet
But
that this alleged child won't be in Thor 5?
she won't be in anything else further.
No, she won't.
You know who she's gonna be?
What?
House of Hardness. I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
I hope they don't make that serious.
They are.
Don't make that serious.
It's happening.
Don't make that series.
Not a fan of that whole. Like, okay, yay, the child lives, but now she's got weird powers, and she's wielding Stormbreaker. How?
No. Stormbreaker doesn't need to be. You don't need to be worthy for Stormbreaker.
But she's a child.
It's she's not a child. She's got friggin' demon eyes. She didn't have that when she was originally alive.
No, but still, none of it makes sense to me.
The kids, the child actors.
Yeah, all those kids, man.
Let me ask you a question. Why would you just randomly?
First of all,
Why would you randomly invent that Heimdall had a son?
Heimdall's son. Yeah, that
randomly.
And
He
then-
never existed.
I'm using my dad's eyes power thing, but I don't know how to use them
By the way,
correctly.
nothing against child actors. He was terrible. All the kids were terrible. Okay.
And then the whole, he speaks into Zeus's thunderbolt, and he who is standing in front of me right now shall have temporarily the power of Thor. And then bam, they all have
And then you have like
a little
30
mini army of
kids.
Thors.
Fine. Here's the thing. Let's be reasonable.
hated it.
Fine. They got all of Thor's powers.
Hated that.
How do they fight? Where did all that training come from?
Right.
Where
we're kids. We're scared. We're not fighters. And then all of a sudden
we have power. We're sliding on the ground and slashing these,
jumping up in the air like Thor does.
You know, I'm using my stuffed animal
as a laser thing.
Like that entire thing pissed me off. I rolled my eyes. I said, "This is not Shazam. What are we watching?"
Even that part pissed me off. But that's something else that's DC related.
Still, that's what I'm saying. But like that was stupid.
That was not needed.
Where was Anakin to cut them down? Where was he when we needed him? That was a very dark flex. That was a dark flex moment. I apologize. I apologize. Okay.
Too soon.
Disney sent us free stuff. Where was this son?
Where was he before?
Exactly. Where was his concern for his son during Ragnarok? Where was his son during Ragnarok? Where was Sif during Ragnarok? Where was she?
She randomly appears.
She's right. Oh, Thor, we need you. Where are you?
I was hunting down Gorr.
I heard about Gorr.
And I was hunting him and he got the best of me.
Sif, the old daughter, arrived, killed a whole bunch of you, killed the rest of the Warriors 3, blew up your planet. Where were you during all this? Now all of a sudden you're concerned because Gorr is killing nameless, faceless gods? What? Yeah. And she's still alive at the end with one arm, which is fine. Teaching Heimdall's son. And then they brought extra spoiler alert. They brought Heimdall back for the end credits scene because Jane made it to Valhalla.
Jodie made it to Valhalla.
Jodie Foster. Jane Foster. Jodie, whatever. And he's there. And he says, "Thank you for watching my son."
I hate when they introduce characters with absolutely no backstory or any reference to any other movie period. Besides
just Gorr in general. I just didn't. He was the bad and he was also the ugly because I just wasn't feeling it.
Well, they had to change.
The best parts of Gorr was in the trailer. You know, I was just being real. And other than that, he was just. If he was so threatening, he didn't kill any kids. I expected to see him slaying gods. All we saw was the aftermath.
Yeah, all we saw was the aftermath.
All we saw was the
he killed one god.
The gold flakes. Who did he kill?
The first god. The one that he came in the desert in the beginning of the movie.
Yes, he did.
That's the first guy.
And that was cool. That was the only one. But I honestly expected to see Gorr killing gods. I thought Gorr was gonna kill Zeus.
My thing is, he's going around killing all these other guys, right? But then,
according to Zeus, it's lesser gods.
Thor and Mighty Thor are putting up a fight. One of the two Thors get like injured, but not.
The Dark Elves put up a better fight.
Yeah.
Than he.
They almost got to Thor.
Malekith did better.
Badass.
In my opinion, against Thor than
Gorr did. There was like no injuries. I mean, not to say like again.
Do you think Mighty Lady Thor emasculated Thor? What do you think?
Of course. Because as soon as she showed up, he was, my ex-girlfriend, I love you. And Mjolnir, I'm sorry. Oh, Stormbreaker, I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry all around.
I disagree. Because I thought it was going to be worse. I thought it was going to be much worse.
That was bad enough.
No,
he's supposed to be Mighty Thor.
They worked as a team, and he still did his thing. So, and he was still worthy of the hammer. So I think, no, she did not emasculate him. It's a power couple. They were a power couple. What do you think? I think they were a power couple. She was strong, he was strong, they complemented each other. And they were a team. That's relationship goals.
The last of the nice guys.
That was a power couple. I actually respected that. And I was very happy with what I saw. So, that's just me.
I'm not saying that it was bad for the movie and it was bad for the story and what have you. I just didn't like the moment of weakness that he showed.
Vulnerability. It wasn't weakness. He was vulnerable.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But that's not weakness. Being vulnerable is not a weakness.
No, I hate love.
Vulnerability is a weakness.
All around me. I agree. The whole power couple thing was good.
No, I thought it was great.
It was great to see them in action, fighting together, and especially since they haven't really done anything together in a fight anyway.
Exactly.
This is her first battle, her first fight, and they are like coexisting with each other in the fight. It's like it's amazing.
Jane Foster's Mighty Thor Foster's Thor, stop it, would be great in Dynasty Warriors. I mean, she just had that move with its whoosh, and it would break apart and knock everybody out
and just go through
that
people's
is
bodies like bullets.
I appreciated how they explained why she got the hammer, because Thor, inadvertently gave a spell to it.
Yeah, he gave,
and she came for it. I really, really, really did think they were gonna kill her.
Yeah, the
surprised.
things that they did well in this movie was they had minor backstories that explained a few things, unlike Heimdall's son, Gorr the God Butcher.
That's what it was. The ugly, how he just happened to find the oasis, and somehow that god happened to kill the whatever necromancer was,
the
sword.
had the sword,
and he just happened to treat him bad, and the sword just happened to say
off of his revenge.
Yeah, exactly, and say, "Take me," and stab. That was far too convenient.
He should have been a little bit closer to death before something, or actually died. And
Exactly.
You want
But
revenge now? Like, okay.
Let them have gone to the underworld and got it.
Right.
But the fact that, oh look, there's a dead body, and it was pure exposition. Oh, you arrived just as I killed the person there with the sword. That was terrible writing.
Although, he comes to the oasis and the god is like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Oh, my face." I was like, "Oh, it's one of mine." You're only supposed to be dying anyways for me. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. Your whole
There's
purpose
more
is
followers, so be gone. It was.
That whole thing was just
stupid. Kill Jane Foster. They brought her back just to kill her. You know what? They didn't even address Darcy. Besides that one cameo scene, she just at least said something about WandaVision. I mean, I don't hate WandaVision. I hate Doctor Strange. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't hate Doctor Strange, but did that review even come out? Don't judge me. Final thoughts.
I approve it if you go into this like a regular person without expecting too much from the movie.
What do you mean?
Because you know how some people are like, I'm going in there with the comic book stuff in my head.
No, they know this. They know that this MCU plays lip service to the comic books.
Right, lip service.
But they don't.
But a lot of fans
but by now they know this. So
there's a lot of them out there. Oh. So if you go in there without expecting too much, enjoy the movie. It is funny. It is well written for the most part. Sure, go pay to go watch the movie. If not, wait 3 weeks.
It's not a masterpiece. It's not something crazy amazing. It's only slightly better than Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Only slightly better because it's more funny. Is it well written? Is it funny? Yes, I had a blast watching it. Was it required for the cinematic universe?
No.
It has nothing to do. I mean, you can skip this and whatever's going on with the multiverse war and everything
goes on next year.
It doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure you need to watch this to understand Guardians of the Galaxy.
Whatever happens next, yeah.
So.
I don't think this is on brand for...
Ragnarok was better.
I consider this more of like a Marvel side piece.
Yeah,
like a side note comedy.
It's
not really like the cinematic universe movies that
There's no seed for the future. This is completely detached, and usually the universe.
There's really nothing amazing about it.
Usually the cosmic movies are like that. I don't think this does anything for Thor's character development at all either. The only thing you need to know is he gets his body back. That's pretty much it. So if you skip this and went from Endgame to whatever next comes up, how did he get on fat? Well, they explained in the montage in the beginning. That's about it. That's the only character. The only character development he gets, in my opinion, is he gets his chiseled body back, which I'm working on right now.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Will I watch it again?
Not paying for it.
Not really. Not paying for it again. But it wasn't bad. I had a good time. It was fun. I can't believe they killed Jane Foster. I can't believe they killed Jane Foster. I can't believe they killed Jane Foster. But
poor Jodie.
And I appreciate that Loki wasn't there. Thank God. Because they could have done that. He could have appeared in some time portal.
He made an appearance.
When? Where?
As a back tattoo. And Matt Damon.
That's it for Keeping Up the Geek Bros. That's it for the Geek Bros original recipe web series. I'm Vibe.
And I'm Man.
And check us out on the social medias, which I'm not going to list here because I don't got time for that.
It's all of them.
Yeah.
We're on all of them.
We're on everywhere.
We're on the big ones.
Everywhere you want to be.
Geek Bros.